welcome to episode 9 of Gathering Nature. Super excited to be with you today. Super excited to be hearing from the lovely ladies that join me on this show. So I think we should go all the way to Scotland and find out from our medical herbalist, Natasha Lloyd, what plant we are going to be discussing today. Are you ready?
Hi there, Natasha here from Scotland. We're down by the river and we are looking at rose bay willow herb. There's a whole big stand of it here, quite often as you see it in big stands, and it's a really lovely plant and you can use lots of it. Rose bay willow, or also known as fireweed, all parts of this plant can be used. Let's discuss it, Jaden, that'd be fun.
Rose bay willow herb it is then. Let's get on with the show. Hello, love.
Hello, how you doing?
All right, go on. I want you to say the Latin name of fireweed.
You just talked to me about that. I don't know it. I don't know how to pronounce it. I know how to say angustifolium.
Okay, that was easy. It's the bit beforehand. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, some of the Latin words are really quite convoluted. They have good purpose for that. They often tell you a lot about the plant.
Well, and they also sound like Harry Potter spells, so they've already kind of got me. But yeah,
and
this one I'm struggling with. I've got to be honest. So okay, but you can read it on the title of this video, so it's all good.
And someone do a little voice thing in the comments to show us how to pronounce the first word.
Yeah, phonetically. Let me see what it is. What did I say it was? Let me just try it. Okay, kids, I'm going to try it and pronounce this stuff. Where is it? Okay. So, Cameoneronian angustifolium. If I'm correct, let me know. If I could not be further from the real pronunciation, I'm going to say pronunciation now, please let me know as well. So, rose bay willow herb, aka fireweed. Why has it got two names, firstly?
A lot of plants have more than one name. I think rose bay willow is much more British. Fireweed is much more North America and Canada.
Okay.
Fireweed comes from it being a pioneer plant in that when the ground has been, what's the word I'm thinking of? So for fireweed, it comes up after the ground's been burnt.
Okay, hence the fireweed, I guess.
Yeah.
Not because any parts of it are toxic or burny.
No, nothing's burning.
Okay.
But it is beautiful, and it does have like a redness when it starts to go over into seed. The leaves start to turn a reddish colour.
Oh,
so
lovely.
That comes from there too.
I wonder if I've seen it here. Okay, well, I'm going to go.
Very tall.
Yes, I've seen something like that. I'm going to check it out later if it's still here, and I'll send you a video offline. But tell us all about it, because rose bay willow herb, beautiful, beautiful plant. The fields of it, absolutely gorgeous. So, but what's it used for?
Oh, so the roots are used for an enlarged prostate.
Okay. How would you use it?
As a tea or a tincture.
Not putting it up your bum or anything like that?
No.
That wouldn't be advised.
No. Definitely.
Insert incorrectum at 3 p.m. on a Wednesday, and just as it's going over on a full moon.
No, just a simple cup of tea.
That sounds way healthier. I like that. Wash the dirt off first for both cases, actually. That's always good.
Not recommended. And then the stalk is a really good food. It's excellent in terms of you'll read in a lot of old foraging books, this tastes of asparagus, that tastes of asparagus. This really does taste of asparagus.
Really?
It's just, yeah. When it's a young shoot, just as it's coming up.
Yeah.
Really, really lovely.
And would you cook it the same way as you cook asparagus as well?
Yeah.
So how would you make the tea? Just literally clean the root, boil the root in water, bang, there's your tea. That simple.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to be careful of dosages and things, but we can look at that later.
Where would somebody go? Like, could you go onto Google and say how much root do I use for rose bay willow herb tea? Would it or would they need to kind of consult a herbalist?
I would consult a herbalist, because you don't want to just have that as the only thing in your tea. You want to make a blend, and there'll
Right.
be other aspects of your health that you need to address within that tea.
Right.
Most people actually use nettle root for an enlarged prostate. It has the same chemical in it, 5-hydroxydase.
Okay.
And so you'll find nettle root and nettle tea and nettle root tincture a lot easier than you would find rosebay.
Right. Okay. Okay. So, but for culinary uses, the stalk for as an asparagus substitute is great.
It's, yeah, really good. And then the leaves, in fact, I have some of them here. 2 seconds.
Okay. And here in Natasha's kitchen, I can see a little face of that little doggy face.
So this is rosebay willow leaves, and this is known as Ivan's chai. It's an old tea. In terms of, this isn't old, this is actually quite new, fresh. It's one that's been used for a very long time in the Northern Hemisphere, particularly Russia. And it doesn't have caffeine in, but it has a lot of tannin and a lot of vitamins and minerals.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. Ivan's chai.
And
Really
does it
good.
taste like what's its flavour?
It's kind of a bit like black tea, but not quite.
Okay. So very similar to a cup of tea.
Very similar. I'm not a very big tea connoisseur. I'm not a cup of tea person. So, yeah, a bit like white tea. You know, that very tip of the tea plant.
Yeah. Okay.
But
But
with a big
super healthy.
Yes.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah, really.
Okay.
And then the flowers can be made into a jelly or a syrup. And it retains, oh, let me show you the pictures in here of, find it. When we've got Ashley's illustration of rosebay, which is absolutely gorgeous.
That's very beautiful, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and then for the, just find this, so you can make this beautiful jelly from it. Of course, if you make a syrup, you can add that into it, make an ice cream, all sorts of things. Add it into your cocktails. So many things you can do. I think I should know this book by now, eh?
What book is that, Nat? Show us it.
This one.
Oh my god, that looks amazing. Who's written? Natasha Lloyd.
That was me. But look at the colour on that.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Yeah, very beautiful. So it retains the colour of the flowers, slightly darker like the sugar, but really lovely, and tastes like light and floral.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Really lovely.
So what else can you do? What else is it famous for, apart from prostate and taste good?
Well, the fact that you can use pretty much every part of the plant is great. The seeds, if you find one that touch the seeds, they're very, very soft.
Okay.
I would have thought they were used for bedding in the past, for stuffing pillows and things.
Really?
Yeah. It feels almost softer than cotton. You know, you get like bulk cotton. That's
a lot of plants per pillow then. A lot of happy ducks.
A lot. But then it grows in big swathes of it. So you could get plenty.
Wow, amazing. So what, apart from the syrup, what have you used it for in the past? And how did you discover it? Through your studies, or did you know about it before?
No, I didn't know it through my studies. I learned about it because it was a plant that was growing locally and I was intrigued. And people kept asking, what is that? What is it used for? So I went and found out, and then I was like amazed that you could use every part.
Wow, amazing. And apart from the tea, have you, and the syrup, have you used it for anything else? What have you made with it?
I've made ice cream with it. What else have I done? Not that many, because I like just the jelly. So I haven't really explored it much beyond that. I've just kept it quite.
You just stuck to what you like.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
The seeds are beautiful when they start to, so it opens up,
Yeah.
and they roll off of when they're in the wind, they start to disperse, and then the next one picks up the next one, and you can
Okay.
watch them. Yeah, it's really beautiful on a nice, warm, slightly breezy summer's day to watch them floating off. Somebody
Wow.
isotoped one of those, and it's one of the furthest going seeds that we know of.
Really?
80 miles,
Wow. Okay.
because they're really light.
I need to find out if we have them here as well, actually, because they're beautiful. Probably do, actually, being so high up and with a very similar climate to the UK, really, to parts of the UK. So now we're gonna see Layla in a minute, because she found a plant that was very similar to fireweed, but actually wasn't fireweed. So that was quite interesting, but it looked very, very similar. How important is it to identify correctly the plants?
Oh, really important. I mean, most plants now have been through a mass spectrometer, so we know that there's no toxicity in fireweed. But if you find something close to it but isn't fully identified, we don't know if there's a toxicity to that.
Right.
So it's really important to identify fully.
So if you're wondering why your prostate ain't getting smaller, you better check the leaf and the flower. Check with that.
Right.
Check with that one, Layla. Wow, amazing. So can I just go back to saying jelly? Do you mean like jelly as in a jam, or do you mean jelly as in a wibble wobble on a plate?
Ah, good point. Yeah, that's a thing of language, isn't it? So I mean a clear jam.
Okay.
So a lot of jam has the seeds,
And
you know,
the
like
pulp
if you think
and- yeah.
raspberry, yeah, and pulp and everything. This is then strained and left overnight to drip in a jelly bag, so that
Okay.
it comes out that way. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So that was how you. If you need any more information, then one of the best ways to get more information on how to create this jelly would be buying Natasha's book. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's there. The recipe's there. Foraged condiments. I always want to say forged because they were forged by nature, but it's not. Foraged condiments by Natasha Lloyd. You can get it on Amazon. You can also question her here as well on the comment section of this video. And if you have any information with regards to fireweed or rosebay willow herb that you can share with us, we are always wanting to learn more. So please put down any recipes, any uses, any cultural legends that it's been used for. That would be great. It's a really old plant, isn't it? And it's been used medically for a very long time.
Oh, I don't know if it's been used as much as I think. I mean, it was never in my studies, and we did a lot of plants.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know if it's native or not. I need to look that up. There's always so many questions, isn't there, that gets thrown up.
Yeah.
It's definitely well established. Whether it's native, I'm not entirely certain, but it's across the whole northern hemisphere of the world.
Okay. So it's been used in some places for a bloody long time then, obviously.
Yes. I'd imagine it's been used here for a long time, but I don't know that. So.
Okay. Well, people, if you have any information, let us know. Now, is there anything you want to add for... just so it's rosebay willow herb UK, fireweed in the States, because it pretty much is the first plant to grow after they've been burning fields, right? So
yeah.
is there
and the colour of the flowers, the leaves.
The colour of the leaves when it's going over. Anything else you want to add on this particular plant of the week?
No, but I'll do some more research. But
Okay.
no, nothing else I can think of right now.
Even Natasha is going to add to the comment section of this video at some point, so make sure you do. Don't leave the sister hanging. You can do it as well. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. That's enough for me and Nat today, even though I do love our chats. But I think we're going to go and listen to a little bit from Layla and from Jackie. What do you reckon, Nat?
Absolutely. Let's see
do
what
it.
we've got to have.
I'll see you next week. Always super amazing to catch up with Nat. Absolutely wonderful. And I never knew about that plant before. So I'm well impressed with today's chat. Really, really liked learning about it. I hope you did too. But we haven't finished yet, because now we're going to go across to the United States of America to see Layla Neal and find out what she knows about fireweed or rose bay willow herb.
Hello, I was looking for fireweed, and obviously you're looking for a big dense patch of purple flowers. Unfortunately, this is the wrong plant, and we've got to be careful with misidentification. This is purple loosestrife. This is not native, this is invasive, and the flower structures and stems are entirely different. Still very, very pretty though. So after my misadventures in misidentification, or just hopeful that I could find fireweed, I've done some more research, and it really is an incredible plant that's incredibly useful for, again, sustenance and medicine. If I can find it, I will dry it and make a tea, because it really is useful for healing the gut lining, so improving your microbiome is excellent. It's really high in vitamins A, and C, and it's nutritious, so it's good for stamina. In Russia, apparently it's called Ivan chai, and traditionally known as a longevity herb. So I am going to carry on trying to find it. I know it's prolifically grown, or it grows prolifically up in the UP, which is the top part of Michigan, which is much, a couple of hours north from here, which is probably more in line with Natasha's latitude, really. I'm a bit more south. But yeah, I'm on the search, and we'll keep looking.
Absolutely, can't stress enough how important it is to identify your plants and your herbs correctly, because they could have very different effects to that which you were looking for. And we still haven't finished the show. We're now going all the way to the West Country in the UK to meet the wonderful witch of the West Country, the wonderful Jackie Thackway.
So we're going to look at rose bay willow herb. It's a plant that I really haven't worked with much, except over maybe the last year. A friend of mine really introduced me to it, so I'm fairly new to this herb, so it's quite nice to do some more exploration around it. Its other name is fireweed, which I didn't know either, and it has several different magical properties, as do all the herbs that we're talking about. It's a really good herb to connect with nature. It allows us to deepen our connection. If we meditate with this herb, hold it in our hands, and it allows us to deepen our connection to the natural world. It also allows us to connect more deeply with the world of the elementals, or the fae, those creatures that inhabit all of the different elements within the magical practices of witchcraft of earth, air, fire and water. It can also be used to help us connect to our own divine essence, that spark of the divine that lies within each and every creature, but also lies within us, and it helps us to feel much more connected to the natural world at a time when we don't really connect to the natural world much, certainly not as much as our ancestors did. It's really good protection herb. You can strew it around the home, you can burn it in incense, or you can hang it around the home, which is something a bit easier. That's what I do. And it can help reduce stress and allow us to calm and become more tranquil. You can use it in sachets in the bath, for instance. It's another herb that's associated with safe travel if you take a sprig with it when you're traveling. One of the things that I really like about this herb is that it symbolises for the witch rebirth and regeneration. It colonises quite difficult landscapes, perhaps that have been built on or have been disturbed in some way or another, and it colonises these landscapes quite quickly. So it's a really good herb to use symbolically then for healing and to regenerate even after devastation. And actually it was a herb this herb was used as a symbol of hope after the First and Second World War. So it really is a really good one for hope and new beginnings. And following on from hope and new beginnings, it's a really good herb for rebirth and regeneration. So, you know, it's all of these things all together to use for rebirth, as a symbol, as a symbol for ourselves rebirthing. You know, times when one phase of life finishes and another phase of life begins. This is a herb that you can use to celebrate that, either bringing it into the home, burning it in incenses, using it in sachets, along with other herbs that will actually help enhance that. So it's another good all-rounder, a particular herb, as I said, to connect with the fae and the fairy energies. You can leave it as an offering to them, or you can leave offerings of sweet things underneath this herb as it grows wild. That way you're not picking it, you're offering it to the plant, but you're also offering it to the fae who also hold this plant as sacred. That's rose bay willow herb.
Another wonderful show with wonderful people. So excited we got to share another show with you today. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any ideas that you want to tell us with regards to this plant, then please put them in the comment section and one of the ladies will answer if you have any questions. And like I said, let us know if you know any other recipes, if you know what else it can be used for, if you have any cultural or folklore attachments to this plant, please let us know. We'd all be super interested in hearing from you. Don't forget to share, don't forget to like, please subscribe and tell all your friends about this show. And we will all see you next Thursday on Gathering Nature. Take care. Stay blooming wonderful. Bye-bye.